So an athlete that I worked with asked about lifting heavy this season, and he's concerned that the heavy lifting is going to make him slow. And heavy lifting doesn't make you slow. What makes you slow is making your heavy lifting, like squatting, your priority over other important qualities to train for. Training for maximal force output is important to maintain your ability to sprint fast, jump high, and being generally athletic in sports. The reason people report that they got slower from heavy lifting is probably because they made heavy lifting their primary efforts of their training. And when you're already pretty strong, the diminishing returns from lifting heavy occur rapidly. It's so obvious, and I try not to point this out because it's so obvious, but if you want to get faster, or at least not get slower, you have to run fast. You have to do things fast. The residual training quality of speed falls off way faster than the quality of strength. When you get into a period of the year in which sport play increases, it's not a good idea to just focus all the majority of your training on lifting. You should still keep a good dose of sprinting or jumping or athletic activities into your training. If you rely only on your sport play to be your sprinting and your jumping training, and then you only lift weights for your training, you're going to lose a step. But that's not because of the lifting. The other part of this too is that some people might get so good at the lifting that they become desensitized to the lifts that they are performing, and they keep training to improve their performance on just a few specific exercises. This can kind of shift you into becoming a one-trick pony. Keep pursuing your capacity to produce maximal force, but force yourself to change the context you're producing maximal force in. Get away from the main lifts that you're already good at doing. You're still going to be getting a good strength stimulus. You're not necessarily weaker just because your 1 rep max back squat goes down, because you'll have a greater capacity to produce maximal force in other ways, like a skater squat, Zercher lateral lunge, or whatever it might be. The bottom line, keep lifting heavy. It is good for speed, but it's only good for speed if you're doing it concurrently with speed training. What makes you slow is not the lifting. What makes you slow is the lifting without the speed training.